1 of the National Football League, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Packers and the Eagles. All that and more coming up next.
Now EA Sports and the National Football League so proud to welcome you to the southeast section of Brazil and the world-renowned city of Sao Paulo. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here.
Well, down on the field, they're all thinking the same thing that they do every week, Charles. All the work, all the preparation over the past week, it all leads up to these next 4 quarters.
It's suspenseful now, Brandon, but once that ball is kicked, that thought will go out the window. From then on, it's just time to execute and fight for a win.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So the Packers make their way out for the first time, and it's Jordan Love that has the keys to the car here in his 5th season as a pro and 2nd as a starter.
And Love established himself as a legitimate franchise quarterback a season ago. And let's not forget, he had to exhibit a lot of patience waiting for his opportunity to become the man. And once he got that chance, he hit the ground running. The question now from the rest of the league, can he sustain that success? The Packers certainly believe he will.
12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Slot man moves right. Play action this time with Love. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well-timed effort by Darius Slay. A sack on the corner blitz. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Eluding the pressure right. Fighting to stay. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his 5th year now, Jalen Hurts.
He's coming off a season where he certainly experienced his fair share of ups and downs. On the positive side, he threw for career highs in passing yards and touchdowns. On the negative side, he threw the most interceptions in his career, and his team struggled and collapsed down the stretch. If he can get back to playing mistake-free football without sacrificing his aggressiveness, this team can get back to competing for a Super Bowl berth.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Oh, he's got the full package. He can spin, he can juke, he can make you miss, he can drop his shoulder on you. Some of that elusiveness we saw at Penn State has definitely translated to the NFL game. Saquon Barkley hit the proper buttons and turned him loose.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Hurts. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it's 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He finds him again, Saquon Barkley.
So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
Throwing is Hurts.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. We're scoreless after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And he's able to get it out of there. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. They'll come out throwing here on first down. This short throw caught by Goddard. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. He'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
He's got Smith here. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. He'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. Barkley, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal.
63, 63, 63. Foul up, Yanni. 73, 73.
They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Saquon Barkley from 6 yards away. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for two here, he says. Now Hurts changing up the play.
They'll try and throw for it. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Love.
Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now Love.
That one out wide and intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And now they start in plus territory following that turnover, as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They're going to look to throw. Smith catches left side. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, Barkley. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. One of the best of the early games, we'll highlight it there. The Giants in for a stern test at home at MetLife Stadium as they'll get set to tangle with the Minnesota Vikings. Then in the 4 Eastern window, it'll be a later than usual start in Cleveland, where it'll be the Browns taking on the Dallas Cowboys. And then finally,
A good one on Sunday Night Football between the LA Rams and the Detroit Lions. The Eagles were led in the first half by their dynamic quarterback, Jalen Hurts. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week one, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And he slings one that's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Here's a diving catch right side. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Goes right back to Smith again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Here's a screen with Gainwell. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Hurts. Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got him. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Complete. Smith has it.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
A.J. Brown from 3 yards out. And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Love now. The short throw to Musgrave.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Packers who have the football but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson.
60 yards.
And the Packers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. And out now come the Eagles. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Devontae Wyatt there for the stop.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play. And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
This short throw caught by Goddard, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. There on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
83 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Barkley inside handoff. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Oh, the sneak, it's Hurts.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Oh, the sneak, it's Hurts.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Oh, the sneak, it's Hurts.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
Jalen Hurts with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Eagles are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
Throwing. Love.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. To pass, here's Jordan Love.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. On play action, Love to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To the air again, Love. To the sideline and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Touchdown, Packers! Christian Watson, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Great, set.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. And his big night continues on that last run. The yardage there going to move him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
Set.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. It's going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Philadelphia, they begin the new year 1-0 as they come out victorious here. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.